Memes. Whether you like them or not, there's one thing that we cannot deny. As people who use the internet, memes are integral to the flow of media. Memes can sculpt ideals on the internet and they can be an outlet for people. But what is with the sudden resurgence of recycling old formats and using them and twisting them into something very different and very bizarre from the original? I'm gonna try and tackle this subject as best as I can, but being that I wasn't on the internet when these formats were initially created, I do not have first-hand knowledge that people older than me would have. So I'll be looking back and doing some research into why the internet has corrupted the Trollface. The first kind of resurgence that I'm going to be talking about is the impact font. Now, while the impact font was blasted into meme culture around 2011 and earlier, the original font itself was created by Jeffrey Lee in 1965. Jeffrey Lee designed a typeface that followed the 60s fashion of condensed, bold sans serif forms. The typeface was impact, and as most brief descriptions of the typeface note, that's exactly what the face offers to text. Translating this over into meme culture, when people first made memes, calling them image macros, impact font was a good way to grab people's attention, as it was a very bold, yet not too aggressive font, usually characterized in meme culture with a white interior with a bold black outline. It was used mainly in image macros, very famous image macros that anyone, even someone who is new to the internet, would probably recognize. They were also commonly used a lot around 2016 with the rise of minion memes on Facebook. But now they've become a satirical take on their original usage on the internet, used purely for irony, except in a few small circumstances. Impact font has changed drastically since its birth on the internet. I do not know if this change was for the better or for the worse, but it has widened what impact font has been used for, and I think that ultimately that is the perfect summation of the internet. Taking something that was initially rather condensed and used in a very specific form or manner and stretching it into something completely different within the span of a decade. That is impressive. Much like the impact font, demotivational posters have been around since before the internet. The meme, as we know it today, has its origins in a company called Despair Incorporated. Before them, though, was a company called Successories. This company was started by Mac Anderson in 1985. Among their products were motivational posters with a now classic background and text underneath a picture. The moment the internet got its hands on this format, it used it to convey irony in a very in-your-face way, with an image juxtaposing the text below. This was commonplace for a really long time, and the posters kind of died out in 2014. But recently, around 2019-2020, there was a resurgence of demotivational posters, or at least something very similar. But the format was completely different. They were not used to convey irony like their past renditions. Instead, they were used just as a format for memes. They became rather abstract, not really having any meaning, no irony, just in your face form of meme that almost is not too dissimilar from image macros that predate these, but they're different. They're a lot more abstract and less formed. They can be whatever the creator of said meme wants it to be. No meaning, no nothing, just funny text and funny image. Because that's what we laugh at nowadays, apparently. Now, as to be expected, Trollface is a lot more of a recent creation than any of the others. To quote Wikipedia, Trollface was drawn in Microsoft Paint on September 19th, 2008 by Carlos Ramirez, an 18-year-old Oakland college student living with his parents. The image was published on Ramirez's DeviantArt page, Winnie. It's a part of a rage comic titled Trolls, about the pointless nature of trolling. Since then, Trollface has spiraled in and out of meme culture for several years, and over the course of the past decade, it has been corrupted and used in and out of meme culture, with its popularity waning and rising constantly. But the peak of its corruption happened around 2020 with the creation of the oil floats on water meme, which was a satirical take on troll physics, which were commonplace in rage comics back in the early 2000s. Now the Trollface has transcended this initial creation, and the Trollface itself has become almost an icon of unimaginable terror and horror. Trollface has been corrupted to the point where it is almost unrecognizable to those who initially saw it back in the early 2010s. It is commonly depicted now as a being of pure chaos, a being who shows no remorse, and now it even has creepypastas surrounding it. I shall link some below, but one of the most famous ones is the Aurora Woods incident, an almost 10-minute long video which is based on a funny MS Paint drawing. We're at the point on the internet where we laugh at horror but are spooked at memes. And I think that Trollface is the perfect summation of this horror, this dread, this fear that we all know is deep down inside of us. It's scary to think that something that used to be almost considered wholesome is now pure, genuine fear and horror, and could genuinely keep someone up late at night. Who knows what the next meme to get recycled is going to be, but it is definitely not going to be in its original form. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all later. Bye.